Vindriktning. Vindriktning. I'm drinking. Includes rectangle, excludes cable and plug. Fair enough. This is an Ikea air quality sensor, and it's about $19. It's got a PM1006 particulate matter sensor in it, and they look pretty neat. So I thought I'd get one. Actually, when I saw it, I thought it was going to be, yay big, but it's not. It's tiny. So I was walking through Ikea looking everywhere and completely missed this thing. Went through it with a friend like 3 times in the lighting section, the home section, the bit with all the smart stuff in it, the bit with the dumb stuff in it. I mean, that's most of Ikea. Could not find it. It's because it's tiny. So let us have a look. Okay, air vents where it needs to get its particulates in, a little capsule, I guess, and USB-C input. That's about all it is. And they say that the colour on the front changes based on the quality of the air. So let's put some power up its rectum and see what colour quality our air is here. Greenish. So the air quality here is pretty good. What is it doing? What's my air quality like? Well, apparently my breath's fine. But the cool thing is that these are essentially almost open source from what I hear. I understand they're quite easy to wire up to, say, an ESP8266 or something of the sort. So I'm just going to open it. I'm going to have a quick look for the sake of all of you. And in another video, if this one is popular enough, I guess, I'll get something like... I've got one here. I know I've got one here. Where did I put it? These are... Oh. Here. One of these little doohickeys is a 2-year chip, which I've flashed with ESP Home, that you can pull out of any $2 appliance, smart appliance from Bunnings. You see the little logo there? It's an ESP8285. Okay, I'm very happy. It's got no GPIOs, basically. It's got... focus. It's got nearly no GPIOs, 2 precisely, I think, but that would probably do perfectly fine. Otherwise, I've got a few variations of these too, and I'll be pulling some more out of some other appliances. So, I also have a few other options if that doesn't do the trick. But let's open it up, see what's inside. I'd expect that the air quality here is pretty good. Like it said, I'm out in the countryside. I'm miles from... I mean, I'm a solid... between 2 and 5 hours from the closest major city, and even then from this little country bumpkin town, I'm neat. I'm still a fair bit out. It's a good half-hour drive to get to where I am. So we have a nice little user interface there, user interface controller, I guess, and the user interface is just that lighting, a couple of little LEDs. So it looks like there's an LED driver there, and then there is this particulate matter sensor. So I actually really don't know what's what there. You can see that's where it's going to be detecting the airflow. And I'm guessing underneath here it's just going to be like a really small fan of some sort. 310 sleeve 5 volt. What the hell does that mean? Alright, yeah, so apparently it is a very small fan in there. Yep, if I slide it out, I can see straight away. So, if I plug power back into this, what must be happening? Yep, that fan is just ticking over nice and slowly. Cannot hear it, I can just feel it going. If you can hear a fan in the background, that's the power supply for my lighting. So, that's the particulate matter sensor. It goes back, there's a bit of smarts on the board. We have some test pads, which is awesome. We will definitely hijack some of these test pads. And it doesn't look like it's going to be hard at all to stick an ESP home in there. You've got a 5-volt line. You've actually got access to PWM control for the fan, power for the fan, the red and green LEDs. Geez, it's tempting to do this now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put this back together, leave it running, and monitor my air intake for a while, or the air quality out here. I'm going to see if it changes at all. What it's like when I've been angle grinding, when I'm, up to no good as usual. And then I've already broken it. Nope, there we go. And then we'll probably mod it in the future. That last thing actually I want to have a look at, there's clearly a little bit of intelligence in there, there's a bit of programming. What is that shit? It is bloody difficult to see. Where's the magnifying glass? ES7P something. Yeah, I don't know, it's going to be some little MCU with some programming. I'll probably look it up and put a link in the description, but that's it. That is the $19 Ikea air quality sensor. It seems to sense good air quality, and spray some fly spray into it. Last test. Got 3 things here that we can try out. So right now, if I turn this light down, it's nice and green. Now, there is a very slight noise from that. First up, acetone. Oh, acetone evaporates very quickly. Is it going to change its tune about this? I can't even remember which way it's pulling air. Don't know which way it's pulling or pushing air from. I also don't know how quickly this thing normally reacts. Well, let's get a pile of acetone up in it. Whew, I'm smelling that now. I'm going to get high as a kite shortly. Looks like the camera's picking up a bit of the PWM nature of that light there. But it looks like, according to IKEA, acetone is perfectly okay to breathe. Alright, next product. Let's leak some, what is this, butane? MAP? I don't know. I think MAP's butane, isn't it? Propylene. Alright. Alright, that is definitely unsafe for me to breathe because I can taste that in all my orifices. What makes it dirty? What about the car exhaust? No cares. Alright, I'm going to go put it to the car exhaust for a minute. We'll see what it reckons of that. Alright, a minute of car exhaust. Trying to hold the back of it a bit. It's going through its normal startup calibration. Yeah, it's not happy about car exhaust. Car exhaust isn't good, and that's a few seconds after having run it. So now, how quickly does it update? Oh wow, it did not like that. Is that just my breath? Let's give it a minute, see how long it takes to come good. In fact, I'll leave this here a moment and go do something else, and we'll come back to it when it's happy again. Got bored of waiting, so I just went and put the air blower onto it. So we flushed it out a bit. Yeah, it's pretty happy with that. It looks a little bit uncertain. Yeah, it's happy. So yeah, alright, I guess I'm so far out in the bush, away from, any sort of actual smog, that the air quality is quite good here, but it does clearly react to proper air quality. It's not just like, it's not picking up gases. It didn't really care about those other things we sprayed in it. But when I ran the exhaust through it, it did care. So if you're in the city where there's a lot of smog and exhaust fumes, or you're near an industrial area, god damn these lights, it's definitely going to pick those up. I don't even know how it does that when it seemed to only have one LED. Weird. But out here, oh, you know what? That's got to be the camera. That's PWM wigging out. That's what it is. Because I can't actually see that with my eye. It looks stable. So, yeah, IKEA air quality sensor. I'll possibly hack it later. It apparently only draws 100 milliamps, which is awesome. Here is the specs on its arse end. Ooh. There you go. Can't really complain. If you have any questions, or if you want to see another part of it internally up close, or see me do anything to it, just let me know. I don't intend to actually use this in my house in any ongoing sort of basis. The air quality here is too nice. I might send it to one of my mates that lives up in the city after I've hacked it, so he can add it to his Wi-Fi, do whatever Wi-Fi stuff he wants to do with it. But if you have ideas, I am all ears, and I'll give it credit actually. There is rubber feet on the front, so it is a bit grippy. You could quite easily sit it on your table, and it's going to stay there and not easily slide off. I mean, it weighs nothing, so it will blow over if the window is open probably, or the USB cable isn't holding it firmly flat. But for the most part, old mate that designed it, David Weil, did an alright job, and that sensor is a hell of a lot bigger than I thought it was. If I don't send it to my mate up in the city, or he doesn't want it, in fact I might send it up anywhere anyway, just for a night or two to see what the air in the city is like. But if he doesn't want it, I might rip out that PM1006 or whatever sensor was in it, and I wrote it down here. Yeah, PM1006, and use it for something else. It might be handy in a garage or workshop environment where people work on a lot of cars. We'll see. Till next time, like and subscribe. Remember, this is a new channel. Everything that I do here is not sponsored. It's costing me money. I don't really care about that because I enjoy doing this. But liking, subscribing, commenting, all those sort of interactions help the stupid bloody algorithm YouTube gain a bit of traction. Maybe one day it'll make some money. I have a PayPal.me and Patreon. I've got no Patreons or patrons or whatever the fuck they are. And I've got some other things, I think, in the about, and I'll post them below as well. If you want to see me dicking around with something, just let me know. Cheers, folks.